But I want us to really try to be practical, because somebody may be watching here, somebody took time to join, and they are saying, now we're here. We also had dreams. We had maybe visions, and we wanted to see ourselves somewhere come the year 2021 or 2025. But what is happening now is preventing us from moving forward. COVID-19 is a reality. COVID-19 is also working as a resistant to many businesses. And of course, we will still talk about how it becomes a resistance. But I'm very happy to hear, for example, even how the president addressed us, I think a day before yesterday or so. I think it's even yesterday on this part where he was saying that, yes, COVID-19, so many people lost their jobs and so forth, and but many other opportunities were open through this season to say, yes, some are losing their jobs, but new opportunities are also opening up. Now, the reason I'm bringing up this, Mr. Masemola, is to say, I know Braai Guru did not start during COVID. Braai Guru, I have known Braai Guru before COVID, but I want to know, by your experience, what kept you in the midst of this pandemic? I am asking these questions because you know for sure that during level 5, level 4, we were not even allowed to buy Braai Guru. We couldn't even order. But here you are, we are in level 3. The pandemic is not over, but you are still continuing. And I believe that the business is moving forward. Now, I want a practical experience, and I want us to talk about this thing because we are celebrating you, and we know you as, we know Braai Guru as a success story, and that is why we brought you to this platform. And we really want you to be practical in engaging us and assisting somebody whom probably their business is stagnant now, or maybe it has closed down, or it's at the verge of collapsing. But I really want you to share a little bit of your experience on how you are managing. I don't want to say how you have managed because we are not over, but at least now you are managing to still be there. Please talk to us.
If you allow me, I want to go and start in January, or rather even just a snippet of December. Our business from October, November, December, God smiles at us greatly. We make a lot of money. So you can imagine, with all of that excitement, we move into January. January, we close for 3 months of 3 weeks of January, the first week until the third week. And we open on the 4th week. Also, we're not really trading on the 4th week. We're just preparing ourselves, because our first event that we usually work on comes in around the 14th. You know, it's Valentine's. 14th of February, it's Valentine's. And then the big one is Meetings Africa, hosted by Tourism SA. And most of our income in February and March come from a lot of tourism work, because generally South Africa and Gauteng promote themselves in that space. So we always find ourselves aligning with the events that are happening through that. Now, if you know that China announced social distancing on the 9th of February, that was a week just after we've come back, and we are preparing for Meetings Africa, which is hosted by Tourism South Africa. We usually on that event serve about 1,000 people per day, roundabout. On this year, we only managed to serve about the attendance. Sorry, there was about 20% attendance. So we have invested in preparing food for 1,000 people, and roundabout 200 people came. So we had wastage. We were hit already in February by COVID-19. So by the time we went to level 5, we were preparing for local summit. Local summit hosted by Proudly SA. There also we are anticipating huge numbers. I mean, they have about 10,000 people coming per day to the stores. So we were going to make a sizable amount of money. And then that was cancelled. So now we are laying out money and nothing is coming in. And while that is happening, we get hit by the level 5, meaning January, we had to use our savings to pay salaries, rents, bonds, car payments, insurances, etc. February, the same applies, and now we are hitting in March, and the president is saying, definitely you are not going to make money, because our business model at the time is totally contradicts what social distancing is. We make money when people are together. And the president is saying, stay home, don't be together. The world, don't even go to the shops. Shops are closed. You buy it, pick and pay, prepare at home. So our model was in tatters. I remember I was sitting on this very same couch for days thinking, how are we going to do this? And you see your employees walking around you and you can see the concern in them, because if you are going to cut out employees, it means that somebody is not going to pay school fees, is not going to pay rent, won't be able to buy meals. So now I was burdened with that whole thing. That how are these people going to earn money? Where am I, being Tau, going to get money to serve, to pay these guys? I mean, it's not their fault. Funny thing is, I entered where everybody went. I remember I was one of the people that used to post on the group selling masks and sanitizers and the likes, because now we're saying we need to make money and we need to be agile. We need to find ways to survive, even myself. And I didn't even make one sale because I guess, it was never really my forte. But that whole month of March, I didn't have an idea where I'm going to get money. But I kept on communicating with Restaurant Association of South Africa, keeping tabs on what they're doing. Because the other thing that is important in business is being a member of associations, because that's where ideas are being shared. Somebody is related to minister of somewhere and can give you information upfront and all of that. And we saw a gap of delivering food. I remember I was sitting with some, well, we were not sitting together, but we were communicating on a WhatsApp group that we're discussing the fact that if people can walk into a shopping, to a store and stand in those queues to buy food, and there is a case reported from that store, they can't track who were the people in that store. But if they allowed restaurants to deliver food, you will know which driver delivered food in that household. And if a driver if the driver contracts a disease, we can always say he went to house number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to deliver, and we could track those families. So, I mean, everybody's stressing about the pandemic, etc. So we're busy developing a model around you. And mind you, we have never in our lives as a business delivered cooked food. We've always come to your house, come to your offices to prepare food. But I remember, I think it was the 1st of May when we knew that we can deliver food. 3 or 4 days before, the president has still not announced that we can. And I was sitting here with my executive staff saying, guys, we need to find packaging. We need to find systems of how we're going to deliver this food. We need to find pricing, how we're going to price this food, how we're going to involve drivers. How, we divided tasks, where one person's responsibility was to find out how we can register on Uber Eats, how we can register on Mr. Delivery, how we can get our own delivery vehicles, etc. And how do we legalize that whole process? Number 2, there was somebody who was saying, no, your responsibility is to find out how we're going to do packaging. So the whole team got together and said, we are changing our business model and we are going to prepare food from our facility to deliver to our customers. 1st of May came and we launched. We had a huge online party where we were braaiing and showing people how we're going to package the food and we're going to send it out. The following day, we were not ready for what happened. We were inundated with orders. We were 5 hours behind delivery of a lot of our clients' orders. And funny enough is, people understood because we were open. We were like, we don't know what we're doing, but this is what we are doing. We were open, and I mean, it was that, and immediately after that, it's Mother's Day, the weekend of Mother's Day, our orders doubled. I mean, we were now not even aligning to social distancing regulations in the office now, because we're just moving, we're just trying to hit orders and everything. I mean, I remember on Mother's Day, 2 of our vehicles were, one, the engine broke down. The second car was involved in an accident because this guy is not really a delivery driver. He's got a cell phone, he's GPSing, and we are calling, clients are calling, etc. I mean, and then after Mother's Day, we sat down and said, Father's Day, we're not going to have this problem. We sat down and then we said, how are we going to realign, and how are we going to, we found ourselves hiring 11 more people in the business after Father's Day. And, we decided that we are going to take advantage of this pandemic, this opportunity. And I remember the day before, on the day of the lockdown, we didn't even know how we get the certificates. What do they call those certificates that everybody had? Essential services certificates. We didn't even know how to get the essential services certificates. We went to Johannesburg Disaster Center, and we saying, midnight, we can't move. We need to have a certificate that says we can move. And nobody knew. I mean, that thing came, I think, on the first day of lockdown, that you can log on to the CIPC website and apply for it. But when we were there, well, when I was there, I was woken up by the fact that 70 or 80% of the people that were at the disaster center were white people, white business owners, and a very few black and a very few black and colored business owner was there. And I was like, what does this mean? Does this mean these people are prepared and they want to work during the lockdown, and our fellow brothers are going to sit at home, have a beer, drink, and make a big party? And that's exactly what happened. The following day, people were partying, there were videos and all of these things. And we're like, we have to change our mindset here. We don't even know how long this thing is going to be, but we have to position ourselves in a place where we can be profitable. So after Father's Day, when we had a meeting, it was different. We said, we want to win awards after Father's Day. We want to be the business that grew during the pandemic. I remember the marketing team was sitting and being excited, saying, we need to change how we're marketing now. We need to go hard, improve our marketing, our presence. And I remember Spare also released a statement that said that they don't see themselves opening all the Spare restaurants. They will only open the flagships. And when we looked at that, we were like, beautiful. We are going to take the restaurants that they're shutting down and turn them into Braai Guru, because they're already fitted with all the necessities and they're certified as food places. So, we just said we're going to look for loopholes. We're going to get into the spaces that where people are moving out, because that restaurant was there for a reason. If somebody is moving out of the restaurant, somebody needs to fill that space.